Hi friends, it's been close around a year now that I met this great friend of mine on one of the road rides. Uh, extremely passionate into riding, an avid vlogger, serves the hospitality industry since many years now. His name is Ran. Ran, welcome to the conversation with me today. I'm sitting in Uttarakhand and trying to chat with you today. Sitting there in Bombay, how do you feel sitting there?
Hi Rajesh, thank you so much for having me on the channel. And of course, yes, it is very hot. Of course, you may be enjoying in Uttarakhand, as I can see, there's very beautiful scenic view. You are actually very lucky to be there, and I am here suffering in the house and under lockdown.
I can send you virtually as well. Anyways, Ryan, tell me something about yourself. I know that you are into the hospitality industry, but what exactly do you do for a living?
So yes, Rajesh, well, my career started with the hospitality industry way back in 2001, where I passed out from St. Andrews doing my diploma in hotel management, and then worked with a few big companies like the Taj, JW Marriott's. I opened Pizza Hut. At that time, it was Pizza Hut in Mumbai. Then moved on to ITC Grand Maratha Shed in Burj Al Arab in Dubai. Then the finest cruise ships I've been for 3 years. Then moved back to Goa again with ITC Belt under Fortune. I was with them for 2 years. Then opened a few restaurants here and there in Goa and in Mumbai. And currently, right now, I am with Soho House Mumbai. It's a UK based company, again into hospitality industry. But here we are dealing with more niche people. So it's a members club kind of.
Okay, it's an impressive lineup of names and brands that you have on your resume, Ryan.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Yes.
Okay, what are your interests in life? Is it only riding or anything else as well that you pursue?
So actually, riding came into my life only 1 year back. I would say it's one more into my life 1 year back. I am more into a solo rider, so I actually used to do solo rides. Now, once having the Interceptor, yes, of course, that's exactly how I met you because of this bike as well. Joining the Rumble Brothers group on most of our rides. That's how exactly we got. We actually met as well, and we have a lot of mutual friends now from that same group. Yes, initially I was only into music was my hobby, but I had a Royal Enfield from 2005. I have always had a Royal Enfield. So I've been a Royal Enfield fan from a long time back, and having the Interceptor got me into more of group rides.
How many rides would we have done together, Ryan, with Rumble Brothers? I guess 7, 8 easily.
Yes, 7, 8 easily.
Easily, yes. And it's been great because I've always seen you running around trying to capture videos, take some still photographs, take those group photographs. And I can easily say that you are our go-to man for any of the memories to be captured in still or else in video.
Yes, I tried to do that because initially when we were the first ride we did, we none of us had pictures. Only I had a few pictures, and then everybody started saying that okay, you have a good camera and you actually take that effort of getting off the bike and riding ahead because it takes a lot of effort as well. You have to ride ahead of the group. They might some initially people thought I was a mad rider. I was just zooming past them. But then actually I used to go down before ahead of them and keep the camera ready for them to pass by. I have a few shots that I have actually clicked during my Panhala where we actually did a very beautiful ride.
Okay. Most of my viewers would be actually wondering, Ryan, today as to my complete avatar has changed. Normally I am into a little bit of the corporate dressing, and today here I am wearing a bandana, and so are you. Let me tell everybody is that this guy Ryan was actually instrumental in getting me change this avatar. You need to catch up on one of his videos. What's your channel name, Ryan?
So the channel name, of course, is MumBikerBoy. So that's where I actually got this name is only because being from Mumbai, being a biker. So I actually had my first initial name for the channel was Mumbai Biker Boy, but then it sounded too long, and then one day I just happened to have say MumBikerBoy, and then that's where the name I christened the name to the channel as MumBiker.
Yeah, and it's very catchy. It's quite catchy. People remember that easily. And I think it's the same name for your Insta handle as well.
Yes, it is. I go with the same on Twitter, Insta, and YouTube. Even on Facebook, MumBikerBoy has the channel page as well.
Okay. To all the viewers of this video, I'll be putting in the link to for his YouTube as well as the Insta handle, as well as I'll be putting up the exact names on the screens right now. Do go and subscribe to his channel. There is a lot of things that you can catch up on for all those non-riders. Once you see his videos, I'm sure you'll get on to riding as well. So moving on, Ryan. How do you plan for your rides? There are so many rides that you usually take. How do you manage, first of all, your office work? Since you are into hospitality and it's almost around 24/7 kind of a job, how do you, first of all, manage those holidays? And secondly, how do you, manage to plan for all of these rides?
Well, yes, Rajesh, it requires a lot of planning. Yes, I'm fortunate enough, actually not unfortunately, but fortunate enough to have two offs a week. And what I do is I actually ask my manager for at least twice a month to do a ride. I try to get the weekends off. That's Saturday, Sunday, which in hospitality industry is one of the busiest days. But I try and coax him into giving me at least twice a month weekend off. And that's exactly how I plan my rides. So I do at least 2 rides or at least minimum 1 ride every month. I try and do that. And of course, I enjoy riding mostly in the monsoons where I'm actually gearing up. And of course, I have a vlog that I've already prepared, but it's on schedule and will be coming out on June 15. That's where we are almost hitting monsoon season.
Okay, okay. And just wanted to ask, since you do a lot of rides, there is so much of similarities between a ride and real life journey as well. Both have some destinations to it, and both do have a journey and memories to be added. So there are a lot of challenges. I'm sure the rides as well as in life, it's never smooth the way we anticipate it to be. So how do you overcome these challenges, whether it's on a ride or whether it's in real life?
So these challenges actually is how you look at these challenges and how well prepared are you with these challenges, I would say. Yes, one has to be prepared and has to look forward. The future actually holds a lot. And if you do not actually plan, there's nothing that is big that is going to happen there. And then you'll be at the losing end where you'll be thinking, oh, should I have done this or should I have done that? But yes, planning plays a very important role here.
Okay. Being from the hospitality industry, most of you would all be meticulous about things. Do you actually sit down and jot down each and every small thing and plan up your rides? How is it? How do you go about doing things?
Yes, I plan up my rides very, very similar to exactly what you said. I jot down a few things. I want to do a few rides. So I had Ladakh planned from the past 2 years. Last year I could not do it because there was an office call. This year I cannot do it because it's a world call. COVID has hit us. So that's the reason my actually was planned for July 4th till August 4th. I had a leave which I had accumulated from so many months where I had not taken my offs. So I had 1 month's leave and I was planning to do this ride from Mumbai to Ladakh. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort to actually plan these rides, to know exactly when you want to ride, when you're available. It involves a lot of planning, especially when you are into an hospitality industry where you do not know tomorrow there could be a party. Or actually when you have actually planned a ride, there could be a big banquet party where you have to then cancel your ride because you are needed at that point of time to execute the plan.
Okay. And how do you plan for all of these rides financially? Because each and every ride does take a little bit of money from us. And do you do any separate exercise towards preparing financially for it?
Yes, definitely. I have been doing that. Like for this Ladakh ride, I had planned 45 to 50,000, which was already put in a piggy bank to actually accommodate this ride. And for annually, I have 20,000 that I always keep aside for these small rides that I do, which hardly go up to at least 1,000, 2,000 rupees that I spend for including petrol and actually just going to the place if it's a one-day ride. But if it's an overnight ride, of course, 2,000 to 3,000 is what I know is budgeted to actually go ahead and complete that ride. Yes, so it is. These rides also are related to finance. I would say very well. It is related because without planning your finances, you will not be able to do just rides which have no aim to it or no goal set to it.
Okay. I think Ryan थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा serious नहीं हो गया talk. Let me just kind of, take you through a little bit of rapid fire questions.
Perfect.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie would be Sacred Games. Netflix this, but I don't have a favorite kind of a movie, but this is what I like.
Okay. In case if you are not in a part of the hospitality industry, what would be the second career option be?
I would say pilot.
Okay. How many bandanas do you have?
I have 6 bandanas.
It would be 5 because you're going to give me one. Okay. What's your favorite, chocolate or ice cream?
Chocolate.
Okay. How many videos?
I just bought this 2 days back because it's Nutella's box, and
Okay.
I've actually used to having chocolate.
Okay. Are you advertising for Nutella as well? Okay. How many videos has MumBikerBoy done till now?
So we are sitting at 133 videos at the moment.
Okay. Ryan, I won't ask you this question, but just out of curiosity, do your friends ask you whether it's Laila or Anjali? Do they ask you?
Well,
What would you choose first?
I would say Laila, moreover.
I think you're in for trouble. Okay. Financial freedom or financial struggle?
I would say financial freedom is much more better because, of course, getting into finances, understanding finances is more important. I have just been introduced to understanding finances all because of you. Yes, of course, for everyone watching this, I was not that finance happy at the moment. But then getting in touch with you and understanding what finances are, what is CCD, ATC, ATD, all these terms is very, very
Oh my
important.
God.
It's very, very important, to be honest. It's very, very important. You people will not be there to guide you exactly and make you understand. They'll be telling you, you will save this, invest in this, but it is unnecessary investment that you may be doing. That is exactly happened to me. But luckily that I have you now, so I'll be planning it much more better for the next financial year.
Our pleasure, our pleasure. Apart from MumBikerBoy and Ryan, is there any nickname that you have?
Yes, only the family calls me this, only the family, and they call me Chinku.
Okay.
That's the only nickname people and my family, that's my cousins or anybody will call me Chinku. And because me and my sister go along with the same nicknames. So she goes as Chinky and I go as Chinku.
Oh, now that the world knows about it, probably the next time your comments will come as per Hi Chinku. Okay. The first destination post lockdown?
My first destination post lockdown would be Statue of Unity.
Okay. You haven't
I've
been
not
there?
done that.
You
I've
haven't
not
been
done
there earlier. Okay. I'll also come along with you then. Do let me know. Okay.
Definitely.
Coming back to the questions, Ryan, any particular memory of the most memorable ride that you've had?
Yes, the most memorable ride that I've had is with the group, the Rumble Brothers, as I said initially. So that ride has been there where I did a ride with around 50 riders. We all drove. Of course, you were also part of it. It was wonderful with that line ride. So you had at least 2 or 3 kilometers covered up with your group. You knew that there was a lead, there was a forward, there was a back guy who was taking care of the entire lot. And of course, that was my most memorable ride. Of course, I've done a lot of solo rides to Goa, but riding with a group is a different ball game altogether.
Yeah, all the more, Ryan, because all the vehicles were 650 twins from
Yes.
Royal Enfield, and
Correct.
secondly, we had this special feta, the Kolhapuri feta that we had for everyone, and plus we had adorned the T-shirt. I had sketched a little bit of an charcoal sketch for the T-shirts for our Rider Mania, and it was fantastic. I'm sure all those people and the ones who actually saw us making an entry into the arena, I'm sure it's not going to get erased, so quickly from their minds.
Definitely. There were a lot of people actually who walked up to me as well. I didn't know them, but they were like, "Are you MumBikerBoy?" That has happened a lot during Rider Mania, so I know. Because of the group as well, and being an interceptor owner has taken me to a next level. I had a lot of you guys also asking me if I could get that T-shirt. So I was like, no, we cannot give you the t-shirt. It's because the only reason is because I understood that the sketch work and the time, the mind frame that you had when actually designing the t-shirt for us.
Yeah. What do you prefer, Ryan? Do you prefer solo riding or do you prefer group?
So I am more of a solo person, to be very honest. Group has just been introduced to me 1 year back, where we have done 6 to 7 rides as well. But I am more of a solo person. The only reason I would say solo person is because it gives you the liberty to actually stop, take the place in, take a lot of, pictures, videos, and, look at the place, understand, that you are in a different location, admiring it and sort of. With the group, you have to keep riding on it. When the group decides to stop, is where you stop. But when you're doing solo ride, it is your pace. For example, if there's someone riding at 200 kilometers per hour, he will always maintain that. But you might, at that time, you might be, already falling out and you were wanting to reach the destination. I think, oh shit, I should have done a solo ride and I would be already in Goa instead of being halfway of Goa.
Both have its merits and demerits, but when it comes to investments and insurances, I guess somewhere it has to be solo, because I remember one of the videos that I had gone through, your video, and you had specifically mentioned, and I was actually looking out for a nice helmet and a little bit, a couple of gloves for the rides, and you had mentioned that you need to go to the shop, try it out yourself, because the glove that might fit you or the helmet that might look good on you may not necessarily be the best fit for me. And that's exactly the same for financial planning as well, because everyone is different, everyone is unique, and it has to be tailor-made and customized as per your liking, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. Because finances play a very important role. What I'm doing, you cannot do. What others are doing, I cannot do. So you cannot copy. Suppose if I have a beautiful financial background, or if I understand finances now because of you more, of course I cannot push someone to actually do the same thing, because of course it is an individual goal, and it is how the person individually can cope up with his financial goals. Actually.
Okay. In the rapid fire questions, you mentioned that financial freedom is more important. Any particular instances why you said financial freedom and how important it is, or any instances that you've gone through in the past
Yes,
that
I
you
would
would
say
want to mention?
yes, very, very true. Because I was working in Goa 3 years back, and I love playing football as well. So I was playing football during the rains, and I got a small cut, not realizing that cut would become more bad. I was hospitalized because of that cut. It got festered, and my leg had turned purple. And for 7 days, I lost around 32,000 rupees, because they're talking about me amputating my leg and stuff, and how bad it had gone.
Oh, is that?
So yeah, in 7 days I lost 32,000, and that's when I thought to myself, if I had to listen to someone, or if I had someone actually to guide me, to take these medical insurance, where I pay a premium, hardly pay a premium of 7,000, which I have right now. Thanks to you for making me understand that concept as well. And where I have that, that 4 lakhs is there right now in case anything happens, God forbid. I know that tomorrow that 7,000 or the 10,000 that I invested because of you, I know that it will always come handy, and I don't have to shell out that money that I'd pocket, I'd saved as a saving all of a sudden.
Okay. So what are your immediate plans in life for Ryan?
So my immediate plans at the moment for life is basically, get into understanding my finances properly, streamlining them at the moment, because I have realized that, of course, with huge salary goes huge taxes as well. And getting those aligned is very important, because I had my bank also help me. But when I sat with you a few days back, or few weeks back, when I understood that, the investments that I've made are not that helping me out, with my taxes and financially, where actually I had to plan it out in a different way. So I would say yes, planning makes a very, very important, and actually getting a person like you who will actually make you understand understand you first. Because what Rajesh does is basically understands you as a person first, and then only guides you. It's not like the others, they only look at your bank balance. Okay, you have that 1.5 lakhs, so just put it here, and then there's no outcome. And you yourself, what has happened with that money, you just think it's an investment, but you do not know if it's a term investment, if it's a lifelong investment. But I would say sitting with you has made me actually understand what those brackets are and what are those fine lines that they put in, which you do not understand.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for those kind words. Just wanted to know, your mom, your sister, do they never get afraid when you go out on rides? Do they? How do they keep a track of you? Don't they ever
Well,
kind of have butterflies in their stomach when you leave to go to Goa or maybe a long distance journey like Ladakh?
Well, that's a very good question. My mom actually used to do that a lot. So every time I rode out of the house, she used to ask me, when I went for my ride especially, she used to ask me to send a WhatsApp live location. And most of the times I used to forget doing this every time. Most of the time, no, every time. So whenever I take a halt and I look at my phone and I want to send her a message, okay, that I reached safely here, or I'm stopped for breakfast, she says, where's the live location? So then I got introduced to this very good, device called Ajjas. It's a safety device. I have a blog on that as well. So this device basically now helps her to, even if I turn the ignition key on the bike, it will exactly tell her when the bike is turned on. So she gets a buzz in her ear when she's with the headphones or her phone vibrates, and she knows now this guy is roaming the bike out, and she'll immediately call me and say, where are you going? Then I'll tell her, okay, I'm going to the bazaar or anything. It so happened that a few days back, I was going to Andheri to bring her medicines. And when I came back and I told her, you owe me 300 rupees because of petrol and, going into this curfew kind of a state, I've lost 300 rupees. So she opens the app and tells me, okay, you know what? You have only spent 25 rupees on petrol. So what are you asking me for 300 rupees? So it's
So she's the. Yeah, please go on. Sorry.
It has become very nice that she understands that, okay, where she can see, she's very happy that I don't need to, she does not need to remind me, and I don't need to remind myself to send her those locations. But now she can keep a track of me exactly where I'm going. So she will always tell me, oh, so now you are at McDonald's having breakfast. Okay, you are now filling petrol. When I do my rides, she always messages me.
Okay. So in short, she is the to-go person to look into your finances.
Yes, kind of. She plays a small important role as well in that, because she tells me, like, how many rides are you doing? What are you planned? What are you done? That's exactly what she does.
Correct. Okay, Ryan, it was great talking to you. Any closing comments that you would want to give out to all the viewers who are watching this channel?
Yes, I would say, guys, finances, please, it is not too late. I'm just sitting at 35 years of age. I have now understood how important finance, planning is very important. It's not too late. Whatever age you are at, you can actually start. But the only one important thing is you need to get a very important person who makes you understand, like a baby, okay, this is how you walk, this is your first step, this is your second step, this is your third step. Because people putting you on the field, you get a lot of people putting you on the field directly, but you won't get people like Rajesh ji, who has actually come out and actually made me take that small step. He's given me a homework. Can you imagine? There's no finance person in my life ever in these 36 years who told me, do your homework first. This is what I want. Get back to me and then I will guide you. So that is kind of a very beautiful way he has done it. I do follow your channel, THiiNK, on YouTube. Of course, it's got many beautiful videos. I was amazed with the NCB video, that is the no claim bonus, which I completely lost on so many bikes that I've had from these many years of my life. I have many bikes. I've lost the NCB. It's only because I was not aware. But you bringing up that video actually made me aware. So now this time, anytime I sell my bike, the first person that I'm going to call is not my RTO agent or not the person buying my bike. It's going to be you, to understand, okay, yes, am I doing it right? The NCP, can I claim it? Can I make use of it? And I'm not losing on my financial planning as well.
Yes. Thanks a lot. That was Ryan, who is in conversation with me today. Interesting guy, full of smiles and vigor. He's always there to help all the fellow riders and all the people who come in touch with him in daily life as well. I wish him all the luck, and may your YouTube and Insta handle keep growing.
Thank you so much for having me, Rajesh. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. Bye.